Hello, Sebastian.
Hi, how you doing?
Good. Thanks
Ugh.
for coming in.
Oh, no worries. I'm just gonna get comfortable here.
Yeah, no problem. Were you able to find the place okay?
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. I just used GPS maps, and I was like somewhat familiar with the building.
Yeah, I'm a
But,
fan of GPS too. I can't go
no,
anywhere.
pretty useful.
Well, welcome to my
Thank
space.
you.
Just kind of take a second to look around and make sure you're comfortable.
Sorry if I'm yawning.
That's
It's been a
okay.
bit of a long day, but
Yeah,
I
yeah.
will.
I hear you.
I like the office. It's nice.
Thank you.
Probably put a little more on the walls, but I can understand if you need to have a neutral
Yeah.
space for clients. So
Yeah, it's a minimalist design.
yeah.
So I'm just going to take a breath before getting
Yeah.
into it if you like to. I'm just going to breathe in and out. Yeah, that feels better for me.
Yeah, me too.
So I'm really eager to hear why you came in today. But first, I want to know a little bit more about you if you're willing to share.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm 33, live in Victoria with my partner.
Okay.
We're both teachers,
Okay.
teaching French immersion, grade 3.
Mm-hmm.
Teaching for about four years, so I'm still pretty green behind the ears.
Okay.
Um,
That doesn't seem green to me, but
no, thanks. Yeah,
Yeah.
it feels green.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I love spending time outdoors. I'm an avid climber, been climbing for a long time, and
Right.
it's really one of the ways that I try to like de-stress and have some presence in my life.
Okay, so do you climb outdoors, indoors?
Yeah, both.
Both? Okay.
It's like I train indoors, climb indoors, so I can climb better outdoors, right?
Okay,
Practice
yeah, no, I
specific
get
skill
the
sets.
connection.
Yeah. It's great to have access to a gym.
Mhm.
Victoria doesn't have a lot of good climbing around it, but it's got a couple good gyms, so that helps for like
Okay.
the rainy
Sounds
winter
like you
days.
really do like being active and outdoors.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, very important to me.
Do you have a family?
Yeah, I got a younger brother,
Okay.
and an older sister, 2 years apart.
Okay.
And my parents are in Ottawa, and
Okay.
we're pretty close. It'd be nice to have my parents move out here.
Okay.
Hopefully they will when my sister gives birth.
So where you're in?
I'm the middle.
You're in the middle.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Middle child. Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for telling me a little bit about yourself.
Absolutely.
I was wondering if there's anything you wanted to know about me.
I think I'm pretty good. Yeah.
Okay. Well, just moving on, I just wanted to quickly go over a few things related to privacy and confidentiality. So, when you think about privacy and confidentiality in terms of being in therapy, what comes to mind for you?
Figured it's probably like a doctor's office.
Yeah.
Or like everything I say, kind of like stays here. Is that right?
That's right. Yeah, all of our conversations are going to be completely private and confidential. If I see you, outside of therapy,
Nice.
if you acknowledge me, I will acknowledge you. But if not, I'll just go about my business.
Cool.
So I did just wanted to let you know, though, there are a few limitations to that confidentiality that I wanted to go over with you just so you were aware.
Okay.
So one of them would be, like, say I have a client who indicates that they are going to harm themselves. At that point, I would need to intervene to get that client the best help that they needed at that point. And that would involve, because it would be involving a third party to help, most likely I would be breaking confidentiality at that point.
Okay, yeah.
So if they had a plan to harm themselves or they had a plan to harm others, it's the same kind of situation. I would need to get help for that client.
Okay.
Yeah, just to ensure that they were safe.
Yeah.
And that others were safe too.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense to me.
Okay,
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
So another limitation, it regards vulnerable populations.
Okay.
I like to include animals in it.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, it's not legal. It's not, legally covered, but I like to include animals, persons with disabilities, the elderly, young children. If in our conversations harm to these populations comes up, we'll have to figure out a way of addressing them just to make sure that that they say stay safe.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to let you know too, that would be a collaborative process.
Great.
It would be, open book.
Yeah.
And there would be no surprises.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to be involved in that process, obviously.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, and you would be.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I just wanted to make sure that you were okay with that.
Great. Yeah, totally.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, so also before moving on, you have rights as a client, and I wanted to let you know what those are.
Okay.
So if we're talking and I ask you a question, and you either don't want to answer it, or you're not ready to talk about it, you can say, I don't want to answer that.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope, I'm not going to answer it.
Okay. So if you can say no, what else can you say?
I could say yes, I'm going to answer it.
Perfect.
I mean, I just answered one of your questions. So
Exactly. Yes. So yes, no. And if you don't know the answer to a question that I ask you, you can say, I don't know.
I don't know.
The same is for me. If I'm not sure of the answer to a question that you ask me, I may have to say that I don't know the answer as well.
Yeah, that seems pretty fair.
So the fourth right, or the fourth response that you can have in therapy is to say pass. And an example of that is if we are talking about a topic in which you're not ready to discuss at this time or at that time, but you would like to discuss later. So
I can just
you can say pass, or I don't want to talk about that right now.
Yeah.
And then we will move on to something else.
Okay, great.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So the last right that you have is we say it's to say goodbye. And what that means is you are allowed to, take a moment. You can leave this office whenever you need, either to go to the bathroom, to take a break, and even at the end of this therapy session, you are allowed to say goodbye to me as a therapist, if you don't think that we're going to work out.
Okay.
And that's totally fine.
Okay, great.
Perfect. So do you have any questions about that?
No, it feels good. I like to know that I have rights and I can, yeah. No, I think I feel good about that.
Excellent. All right. So would you like to move on and tell me why you've come to therapy today?
Yes, that's why I'm here. Let's do it.
Yes, let's do it.
Okay. So basically I'm feeling pretty stressed because at some point I'm gonna have to move out of Victoria.
Okay.
And I'm my parents live in Ottawa and they're aging. And I'm worried about having to move back to Ottawa to take care of them.
Okay.
I want to stay on the coast. I love the coast, or Alberta, BC. I love being near the mountains, near the ocean. And I'm concerned that at some point I'm going to have to go back and take care of them and leave the spot that I really like being in. It's a little bit stressful for me to think about that.
So you currently live in Western Canada, right in that area. Your parents are living in Ontario, and they are aging, and you're concerned that eventually you might have to leave your life in Western Canada in order to be able to go and take care of them.
Yeah,
okay.
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you tell me more about that?
Yeah, I mean, my sister's due in October.
Okay.
My dad has expressed that he wants to be close to his grandkids, and that's really important to him. But he's taking care of his mom right now, who's 90. He's going to be 97 in November. And my mom's mom is in France, and she's 94. So they can't really go anywhere right now.
Okay.
And they haven't asked us to move back to Ottawa, but I'm just afraid if they keep waiting, the longer they wait, the harder it's going to be for them to move. Okay. And my mom doesn't want to move, so. So
I hear that you're feeling afraid that they might ask you to take on this burden. Does that sound right? Yeah. I'm afraid that, I don't know if they will. Okay. I mean, I don't know if they will. I think. Okay. So there's some uncertainty there. There is some uncertainty. And I think I'm putting a lot of the pressure on myself because they haven't asked, but I'm just I want to put some roots down, but I didn't see myself moving back to Ottawa to put roots down. You know what I mean? So it sounds like on one hand, you value your life and autonomy in Western Canada.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, you are perhaps seeing your future self moving away from that to be able to take care of your family.
Yeah.
Which you value quite a bit.
Yeah.
It sounds like.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I feel torn
Mm-hmm.
because I want to stay here.
Right.
But I have to, I'm worried that that at some point I'll have to go back.
Okay.
I want to move on my terms, not their terms, but
okay.
I don't know if that's how it works. But whatever, like I just have to get over it and like make a decision, right? So.
Okay. So I'm hearing that you say you feel torn. Can you tell me more about that feeling?
Yeah, I mean, I just I feel like I want to stay, but I feel like an obligation to go back and take care of them.
Okay.
I'm like, part of me wants to be there to take care of them.
Okay.
But I want to take care of them
on your terms.
On
like
the terms,
you said.
yeah. So yeah, it's like I feel obligated, but it's a I feel obligated, but not obligated.
Is there anything you've done to, either move away from making this decision or move towards making a decision? Is there anything you've done?
I mean, I've talked about it a little bit with my brother and my sister and stuff. Like, it's definitely like in the back of our minds, but no concrete steps have been taken, right? Like.
Okay.
Okay,
so you've had some conversations with your siblings, so it's a salient issue in the family.
A little,
but it hasn't come up.
No, because
quite yet seriously.
That's right.
Okay.
But I mean, that's because we haven't crossed that bridge yet.
Mm-hmm.
So it's almost like I have to. I'm like apprehensive about like, not apprehensive. I'm like, I don't know. I'm waiting. I'd like to know where I'm going to be in like 3 years or 4 years, and I don't know where that is right now. So that uncertainty is causing me some stress.
Yeah, uncertainty sounds stressful.
It is.
What else does it make you feel?
Just like sad that I have to. I mean, like taking care of you. Just sad that I might have to give up living somewhere where I really enjoy being. It's really good for me to be here, and not to say that it isn't good for me to be back with my parents in Ottawa.
Right.
But I really like being in this environment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to grapple with that decision.
It is. Yeah.
Feeling conflicted and torn
and uncertain.
All of these feelings. Scared. Yeah, that's a big one.
Yeah.
You just give me a second.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like I'm feeling pretty, scared about giving this up, and scared about, having to be there for a while. Like even if I move back, I was like, I'm gonna move back to Ontario. My goal is always to come back to the coast. But when you move somewhere, you're not often there just for a year, right?
Well, especially if you have to take on the role and responsibility of taking care of your parents. Yeah. Yeah,
and like my partner's parents are in Calgary, so they're on the West Coast as well. Mm-hmm. I mean, not the West Coast, but they're.
Well, I think I have a pretty good picture of why you can't come to therapy today.
Okay.
So I'm wondering if you are okay to start talking about what you would like to work on.
Sure.
For, in future sessions.
Yeah.
Would that be okay?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. I'd like to feel less fearful about the inevitability.
Right. Okay.
I'd like to find peace with making in any decision that I make. Maybe learning how to find peace with those decisions.
Okay, so you would like to be able to make a decision when the time comes, and be able to feel okay with it.
Yeah.
Be at peace with it.
Yeah.
With yourself.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, that totally makes a lot of sense.
Great. Yeah.
Was there anything else that you wanted to work on?
No, I think that's it. I just want to feel confident in the decision that I make.
Okay.
And I want to feel not scared and just accept things for the way they are.
Yeah, being more accepting,
Yeah.
which would probably bring down that level of fear.
Yeah.
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 So, I mean, if it's okay, I just want to summarize everything that we've talked about
Absolutely.
and to make sure it's in line with the goals that we're looking at right now.
Yeah.
So you are struggling with making the possible decision of needing to leave your life on the West Coast, pick up everything, leave it behind in order to move back to Ontario.
Mhm.
That's right.
Mhm.
To take care of your aging parents, and you believe that's your responsibility. At the same time, it's you're feeling conflicted in making that decision,
Mhm.
and also afraid.
Mhm.
And then we have these goals of you want to feel less afraid and you want to make peace with whatever decision you make.
Yeah.
Does that sound right?
That sounds yeah. It sounds like you got what's going on for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I really enjoyed chatting with you today. Thank you for coming in and being so vulnerable.
Yeah. Thank you.
I appreciate it. Is there anything else you would like to talk about?
No, it feels like that. I
Mhm.
guess you got it. Yeah.
Okay,
Thank you.
perfect. Yeah, no problem. Well, I'll walk you out, and if you would like, and I would like to see you back next week, you can make another appointment there.
Awesome. Thank you.
Okay, so thanks for coming in.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.